Hello, welcome back. Thank you for watching this week's video. If you're new here, welcome. My name's William, along with my wife Laura and my brother Andrew. We run this business, the attachment company. As I say, welcome back to another video. This is where we try and show you the ins and outs, the ups and downs, the goods, the bads, behind the scenes of our business. I'm recording this on a Tuesday morning. Normally it would start the week on a Monday, but quite frankly I never recorded anything yesterday morning, and then I get that frustrated yesterday afternoon that just, to be honest with you, I couldn't be bothered filming. So yeah, I start this week's video with a frustration, a moan, a gripe, whatever you want to call it. I am a massive believer in business and in life in general. If you tell somebody you're going to do something, just do it. Just do it. As best of your means, just do it. Or if you can't do it, tell them as soon as you know you can't do it, that you can't do it. However, sadly, every time we sell something in this business, or a lot of the time, we are in a chain of some description, be it manufacturer, couriers, us, couriers again, customer. The manufacturers get their own suppliers. We're in a big chain, and it takes one bit of that chain to fail, and ultimately we've failed in our promise to the customer. So I'm being a little bit cryptic because, yeah, but that's what happened yesterday. So I am going to start my day off with a lovely job of phoning a customer and telling them that I can't do what I told them I could do. So whether that results in losing a sale, to be honest, I don't know yet. So welcome back. On that cheery note, thank you for joining us. Let's get into the rest of the week, show you what's to be done. Yesterday, Stuart sent out an order for an Auger Torque X2500 package, and he's packed one up this morning for an X1500 that a customer is picking up later on. We also got the GB breaker rebuilt, put back in its box. That's the one that we finished repairing last week. So it's good to go anytime. Stuart's just got a pair of hoses to make for it, the customer can pick it up. The deco repair from last week as well should be back together today. I'll give Stuart a hand with that later on. And yeah, that's us up to date. Let's get into the rest of the video, shall we? Breaker repair is complete. Stuart's just buttoning that up. Down there at the moment, he's put the top bracket back on. Customer, I think, is coming for that this afternoon. Rebuilt, tested, working, all good. New tie rods, new diaphragm, new chisel, new bottom bush. Rebuilt, regassed, ready to go back to work. So that's pretty cool. Two of them done and ready to go. I'm going to nip over to the welders because I have a couple of brackets to pick up and another job to drop off as well. So I'm going to nip over there just now. Got a Auger Torque delivery to start the day. An 8000 max drive with a 250mm S5 rock auger. There's a bracket ready for that, so that'll probably just go back out today again. Stuart will be in shortly. Woody boy, here. Let's send he away again. He'll be back in a few hours just to pick that back up. That'll probably leave again today as just an auger package. Stuart will get it opened, checked over, repacked and back out the door. What a day. What a day. See what's going on in here. Right, 8000 max, pretty much ready to go. Had the bracket for that as well, is it? A couple other brackets knocking about. Double bracket for a breaker getting painted. show you that when the breaker arrives when we get it on. Wednesday evening, just finished the UK-US meeting that we have every Wednesday, ran through some good stuff, looked over our newly revamped marketing plan, still to go back and adjust that a little, but pretty positive on that front. Something that we've never really spent enough time just focusing a proper plan for both companies in both countries, so that's pretty good to run over that. Customer picked up the 2 breaker repairs this morning, so they're away back to work. Stuart sent out the PLB 400 planer and that 8000 max auger package, so they're both away. Stripped a 3rd breaker for repair, I'll show you that in a minute. Sent a part of that away for repair as well. When we're here though, and this is something I made a TikTok video about this morning, I started this week getting frustrated at people, and I am still as frustrated, but it does raise a point that every time we sell a product, be it an attachment, be it a Komatsu excavator or Komatsu machinery, anything at all, we are in a chain of some description. Now the length of that chain and how many links are in it really depends on the specific situation, but let me use my whiteboard here to demonstrate. I've built this out because I just made the TikTok on it, but the most simplest is manufacturer, us, customer. That's, we buy from the manufacturer, we have in stock, you come and pick it up from us. That gets slightly more complicated if it's manufacturer, us, courier, you, because if they don't keep up their end of the bargain, then what ends up late getting to you. Now what we try to do where possible is buy direct from manufacturers, have our own stock. That takes away this because we have enough stock locally in the UK or in the US. We can then send that out with courier partners that we trust to get it there on time, and ultimately gets it to you. Problem again is when you add more bits in, manufacturer, then possibly a distributor, then freight from the distributor to us, and then we've got PDI or paint. These are kind of go both ways because these are on us, these ones, then courier, and then ultimately to you. All that dodgy whiteboard drawing makes a little bit of sense, but what that does is ultimately every time you put more links in that chain, there is far more likelihood that one of those breaking or them not doing what they said they would do, and then it affects everybody down the line and ultimately affects the customer, because at the end of the day that is our one concern, is getting them the tool they need to do the job on the time frame that we said we would do it. And this is going to sound like I'm blaming other people, because quite frankly in this occasion I am. I will hold my hands up if we can't deliver stuff on time due to our own decisions or our own reasons, whatever. But in this specific one, it is unfortunately out with our hands, which is incredibly frustrating, and all it does is diminish our reputation and damage our reputation to the point that I'd almost rather not sell something and give up the income and the margin as I would let somebody down and not deliver when we said we would. So yeah, now the risk of being too cryptic here, you can maybe read between the lines and guess what product I might be talking about, but yeah, anyway, that's pretty much us for Wednesday. I'll go and spin you around this breaker repair here shortly, and I'm getting out of here. So this is the 3rd breaker, same customer that picked up the 2 this morning. Dropped this off a while back, but we're focusing on the other 2 first. This is an older Monoblock breaker that was stripped off its back plate, and we've taken the gas back head with the diaphragm in it off. I should have recorded that, but I cut the pictures in here to show you what it looks like. Basically that bolt's on there. Now this hammer was reported as having no power, not banging at all. I am 99% certain the diaphragm inside will be burst, therefore not holding gas, therefore not working. This style we can't actually do in-house, so we're setting that away. We're going to get the diaphragm checked, get it replaced if needed, get it gassed up, We'll get it back on that hammer and we'll get it tried out. And that is us for Wednesday. Alright, Friday morning, big order of Intermercato grabs landed yesterday for the US. They came Sweden to here. We're going to air freight 3 of those, I think, back out on Monday. Stuart's getting them packed up just now. I'll show you around this in a minute. Other than that, not a whole lot happening on the product side. Maybe some big business news to share with you today, this afternoon, or maybe next week, but making some moves behind the scenes, hopefully, if that comes off. But Stuart is getting that air freight one finished just now. The customer coming to pick up an order as well, so I'll go and show you that here in a minute, and then we can get on with the rest of Friday. There's a couple of repairs that got dropped off yesterday. I'll show you them when we take them to get done. Another order ready for collection as well. Double pin cradle hitch for the Takeuchi TB216. A couple of S4 tungsten augers and a 65mm round hub. 180 litre mixer bowl. 300 hard rock auger. That'll be good. He's wanted to drill concrete with it. Off the back of a couple of videos actually we posted that he's seen it. He's only got like a 3-tonner, so it's a fairly big drive, but it should give plenty of power for the job. There's the Intermercato grab order. We have GRX 10s and the EG selector grabs. We've also got them in the 5-finger, which is that style. We've got the 15 as well. We've got the 15s and selector grabs. We've got the 20-5, the 5-finger timber grapples, and we've got the GRX 20 selector grabs. Those have made up this air freight order, which is 2 GRX 10-5, so the little timber grabs, 5-finger timber grabs, a 15-5 and a 15 EG. There's also a rotator in this one, there's a spare rotator and a changeover valve and a couple of brackets heading over as well. That's going to the US. These are all for customer orders, but I'm going to go to Denver first and then out to our customers. Alright, 6 PM Friday evening. In the office here for a couple of hours. Stuart and I took an hour or two out earlier to nip over and visit or take a look around Treeline, company close to us called Treeline. They had an open day on. Some really cool kit on display. Unfortunately, dreadful weather for the 4th of July. Yeah, I'll cut a couple of clips in here to show you, but more forestry and firewood related type stuff they do, but really cool. Some nice kit, some things that are a little bit similar to me doing, some things that are miles away, so aye, cool to nip over there for an hour or so, see what was going on and bump into a couple of people we knew. Time we got back with a customer in to look around a G-rake. Came down for Orkney to let us know Monday if he wants to go ahead with that, so fingers crossed on that one. Other than that, my plan was to get out with the CMX screening bucket at some point today, but it's rained since the moment I get in here this morning, so that is out the window. Other than that, we're pretty much done. Oh, one more thing to show you before we're done Friday. Take a look at these couple of pictures. That is a PL6020 planer that we supplied a few weeks ago now. We delivered to a company called Kit Planer. So thank you very much, Chris, for the feedback. I will let you also see the screenshot with the customer feedback on the performance of it, but that is one very nice looking skid steer, made even better of course with a CMX planer. And on that note, we are done for Friday. Monday morning, I'm about to nip over to the welders with some bits. I've already been to Hydro Equip this morning to get some fittings so we can get that air freight pallet out to Andrew. An annoying start to the week. I talked last week that we might have some exciting business developments that kind of fell through this morning, so the exciting part is we will be looking for another member of staff, an additional member of staff Thought we had somebody that was lined up that I really hoped would work. I really hoped he would take it, but through a couple of reasons that's not been the case. So I will share more details on that during the week, but yeah, it has to work for everybody, and we're not here to force somebody into something that they don't feel is maybe quite right at the moment. So I appreciate them being open and honest with us on that front. However, we move on. Let's go on with the rest of the week. Stuart's getting that pallet sorted to air freight out to Andrew. I'm going to nip over to the welders with some bits here, and then we'll go on with the rest of the day. Since I've just posted an advert for it on social media, I might as well fill you in. We are looking for a sales manager for primarily the Komatsu machines, but pretty much everything in general. As I say, we had somebody that we offered the job to and we hoped were lined up, but unfortunately not. So have posted it online. Let's see what comes back, and an email with a CV in within a couple of hours there, which is promising. So yeah, I'll post it here, the copy of the post that I put out on my Facebook page. I'm going to put it there on my personal page and my personal LinkedIn first, just to see if we can get any recommendations, sort of friend of a friend type setup, and then we'll see where we go for there, and we'll keep you posted. But it is 7:15 Monday evening. A couple of orders that Stuart sent out today. Other than that, nothing terribly exciting to report, but we'll see you in the morning. Delivery in from Auger Torque this morning. A Kangini TC1-80 flail, an Auger Torque hedge trimmer, and the 3500 max. So there, show that in a minute. Right, here's what's going on today. Auger Torque 65,000 max gearbox, well, full drive actually, and because it was making a bit of a noise, I'll show you around that and give you the details on that later. That's the motor out of it. We've ran it and tested it, we've diagnosed the issue, but I'll show you around that in a bit. Got a NOX Tiltrotator in for diagnosis and repair. That is end of this week's job, maybe starting next week. A G-rake getting prepped to go out as well. It's painting work happening. An order for a 3500 max package that needs to leave tomorrow. Be with the customer Thursday. Same with this little TC1-80 flail. Got that in this morning, it'll be going back out tomorrow. Stuart's just painting up the bracket for it. That's for us, I'll show you why that's in later in the week. On the subject of flails and Kangini and Auger Torque, as you know, or you might not know, they are all part of the one company, the one parent company, Kinshofer, who owns Auger Torque, Kangini, Trevi Benny, GMT, HGT, what was it, RF system, I'm missing a couple. Anyway, the latest on the Kangini situation, or the Kangini setup in the UK if you like. We were buying a mixture of direct from Kangini and from Auger Torque, but as of now, Auger Torque are taking over exclusive distributorship for Kangini in the UK, so all of our Kangini attachments will come through Auger Torque at Cheltenham. Has its benefits, has its downfalls, I can get into them if you like, but that's why that one has came up for there. So that's pretty much where we are up to. Since it's a nice day, the sun's out, I'm going to go and take half an hour, run up this bucket, grab a couple of videos of that. So that's where we're at this morning. We've got a breaker repair underway as well. I'll catch you up on that once we get the bit back for it. Anyway, other than that, it's Wednesday morning. Let's go on with the day and I will catch up with you in a bit. Right, let me talk you through what is going on here. Drive units, auger drive units of any size, from our little 1500s up to this 65,000 and larger, consist of two main parts: hydraulic motor, gearbox. Motor obviously takes a flow and return from the excavator, spins the output shaft, and the output shaft goes down through layers, multiple layers of gears, more depending on the size of the drive, reduces the speed of the shaft out of the motor and creates torque. My explanation of a gear reduction might not be the best in the world, but at least I can show you what's going on in this one. So here's a little clip of the motor spinning. You can see the speed of the output shaft of the motor, and then here's a clip of the noise this drive is making. You can see the speed of the output shaft of the drive is a lot slower than the shaft of the motor spinning on its own. The crux of the matter here is motor's fine, spins, it's nice and quiet. We've an issue with the gearbox. So we've got the first layer of gears here off, but basically the motor, the output shaft of the motor sits in here. That then sits down in this first layer of gears, and then you've just got planetary gear sets the whole way down the gearbox. And the problem we've got with this drive is, hopefully I can get a camera to focus on there to show you, some of the teeth have taken a bit of a beating. Hopefully you can see that there, and there's a piece missing, and a piece missing. And there's the same on some of these ones. There is, look, there's some damage. Hopefully this can focus and you can see it. So yes, less than healthy gearbox. I'll try and find an animation or a quick video just to show you a planetary gear set working, but essentially that's what these are: is a hydraulic motor and a planetary gearbox. But to say this one is not fit to be going back to work, so I'm just waiting to hear back. Sent some pictures and some videos down to Auger Torque Engineering's department yesterday, so I'm just waiting for them to get back to us this morning and let us know what the plan for it is. Orders going out today. It's Wednesday morning. G-Rake GR120, just got a bracket to bolt onto that and that'll be good to go. In fact, I think it's sitting there. It's an S40 bracket going on that. Got an Auger Torque package, a 3500 max I showed you yesterday, and the little TC180 flail. Breaker post driver ready to leave today. A double mount bracket on it, so you can pick it up on the top or on the front for a bit extra height, and a 225mm post driving cup on the bottom of it, built on our GBN 20 that's going on a customer's 1.8 tonne JCB. The double pickup mount is solid, but it does let you get a good bit extra height on a small machine when you're trying to drive posts with it. So that's good to go. Stuart got it finished last night. One other customer order may go today. We're waiting on some things coming in for it. This here, I'll show you what that is in a bit. And the Auger Torque driver, waiting on some feedback from them, and we can make some progress in it today hopefully as well. Other than that, that's about the extent of what's happening so far this morning. At the meeting last night with Andrew and Laura, like we do every Wednesday. Nothing great to report there. He is away this week, so there's a little bit of a shortened one. Just going through some marketing stuff and some things for the second half of the year. So it is Thursday morning. Let's get on with the day. Good then. Oh, it's actually lovely out here. It is. Right, Friday afternoon. No, even Friday, it's Thursday. Good shout. Laura shouting it's Thursday. It's Thursday. Thursday afternoon. That is glorious too. Had a Komatsu training team's call this afternoon on electric excavators, so that was pretty cool. Other than that, you been doing much?
Jumped about a wee bit today, so I need to try and get a plan. Looked at stuff for social media calendar, email calendar. Yeah, after our meeting the other day, just to try and have a wee bit more structure.
Well, what day you mean yesterday?
Is that just yesterday? Oh, jeez.
Today's Thursday, right?
It is Thursday.
So Stuart got some work done on a sign and a planter that Laura was getting made for outside the front of the yard, and we're going to a show next week because we have a local trade show on next week, which should be good. It'd be good if we get weather like this. That's what this is. We'll show you more when it's done. Bracket and paint for one, it should be here tomorrow. Another one in paint for the weekend. And other than that, that's pretty much Thursday done. Friday morning. Back to the afternoon now. What a day. Progress on this. Laura can tell you about this later. Aye, what a day. What a day. What a day. Happening inside. Bucket arrived yesterday for customer. Customer collection for a 5,500 max. Package with a 300mm rock auger. Stuart just assembled that this morning. And also assembled 3,500 max with a splitter cone, because that is going to be run on a customer demo tomorrow. He's bringing his digger in. We're going to give that a run. Plan for the rest of the day is we're going to go grab some lunch, and then Laura and I are going to head down to Carlisle to Alan Tour plant, so picking up a new plant trailer. So I guess we'll get moving just shortly. Go with that picked up, we'll take you with us. Maybe show you around their place when we get there. Oh, yeah, I knew you were getting around that.
Is 5 to 6 Friday afternoon, evening really. We're just back from picking up our new trailer, which you can hopefully see here. William is loading the Komatsu PC26 onto it, along with a bucket and also our Slantrac brush, paving brush. We're going to do a little bit of work tonight and tomorrow at the house, seeing as though it's glorious weather. We will be cleaning the monoblocks at the house, and also the stones, our drive. There's a lot of stones, put new stones down last year. We've got a little bit of a sort of leftover pile, and we're just fixing some bits that have went a wee bit bald, I think was the term I used. Just we run in and out of the drive all the time. We're needing to sort of top them up. So that is the plan for Friday evening. So yeah, we're going to do a little bit of work tonight and enjoy the sunshine. diesel.
We're just back, our new I4 Williams plant trailer with the PC26 on it. Hopefully Laura gave you a tour and told you all the details. It's a GH1054 BT, full back door, LED lights, internal tie downs, 10 foot by 5 foot 4, or PC26. That's what I was trying to work out what the total weight is, but I think we might just be good. Payload on a GH1054 is 2840 kilograms, 2840. Operating weight of a PC26 with rubber tracks is 2540. So that was on the thing. 2540, which is operating weight with a man in it and a bucket. Says 27 on the plate. We'll need to check that. Even if it's 27 on the plate, we're still good for 3.5 ton total, which is good. Little Slantrac brush. Stuart and I changed that this morning, put the single. It's normally the quad brush, but put the single on it because we're going to go and, to be honest, we use it at the house. Yeah, looks good. I don't want a big massive trailer because they're heavier, but yeah, looks good. Hopefully it's a package we can offer too. So, oh, we've got it just for moving our demo machine about. This is our demo PC26, so quite hard to get in a demo if we don't have a way of moving it. So yeah, we've had this in order for a while, so thanks to Chures for sorting us out with that, and a customer errors as well. So good to go down there, meet them, and get up the road. Saturday morning, we're out in the yard and we have commandeered a shot of one of our landlord's machines again today. because we are testing this 15,000 max that came back, and as you can probably guess, that's not the healthiest sounding drive you've ever heard. So I was just getting some pictures, some videos of it here when we had the big machine available. It's a 15,000 max on a 14-ton Hitachi. Going to send that down to Auger Torque on Monday, get their feedback. To me it sounds like the motor is doing it much worse clockwise than it is anti-clockwise, and I have a suspicion if it was a gearbox it would be making the same noise in both directions. But we send it down there, the feedback, send the videos down there first thing Monday, see what their recommendation is. We're probably going to have to take the hood off, spin the motor up on its own, same as we've done with the big 65, just to see what's going on. But yeah, other than that, I had big plans for the day, but I completely forgot that our electricity is off all day in the full estate, so some of those plans are scuppered, but does mean we're going to end up back at the house a bit earlier. Going to get back on running the 26, get some more brushing done. We'll get you some more footage of that in a bit. Right, who knows if you actually seen any of that, because I went to try and film it with the GoPro and then the battery went flat, and I went to try and film it with my phone and that wasn't happening. But we did have a customer in there, get a quick demo with a log splitter package. Got him sorted, he brought his digger in and some timber. He was trying to split some big nasty timber rounds into kind of 4 pieces, worked away perfectly fine as expected. So hopefully you've seen some clips of that, who knows if you did. But yeah, thanks again Craig for the business on that, very much appreciated. With that being said, it is apparently 33 degrees outside. It's 1:30. I'm roasting, he's roasting, we're going home. We'll get the PC26 out in a few hours and get some more brushing work done. But other than that, that's probably us for Saturday. Here's one to show you. Oh, by the way, Monday evening, start of a new week, and a new product for us. Ordered this in specifically for a customer. They already run one of these and they were looking for the exact same. It is a CGA LS6 1300 1.3 metre wide swinging hammer flail for a 14-ton excavator. Now you probably can't see, that's quite dark under there, but it is a very, very tidy looking tool. I got picked up in Italy last week, landed here this afternoon. Bracket should be finished for it tomorrow, and we'll get it back here, get it painted up and get it good to go. This is Laura's sign stroke planter. That is for, well, it's for later in the week, but it's also for outside the front of the yard. However, the sign is a bit too big, so she is working on a solution for that, because we do have a show at the end of this week. We have a local agricultural show, Biggar Agricultural Show, is on Saturday, so main focus for the week is making sure we're ready for that. Other than that, it's Monday evening, there's not a whole lot else to show you, so I will catch you in the morning. Quickly brought back down to reality this morning, came into the office 7 o'clock to an email with an order on the website, which I thought was great. Order for a 300mm tungsten auger, until I checked it, and turns out it was an old listing on the old website with a special offer price that is frankly cheaper than we can buy them for. So we're giving stuff away this morning, it would turn out, but it's our fault. It was on there, customer bought it. I'm not going to phone him up and tell him I need more money for it. It is what it is. We're paying to sell stuff this morning, it would appear. So if you're watching this and you ordered a 300mm tungsten auger round about the middle of July, you get yourself a deal. That's what it is. We're at where we're at. But anyway, it's Wednesday morning, we're in the office. Not a lot happened yesterday to show you. Got the big bracket back for that big flail. Stuart got some painting it last night, he'll finish it off this morning and then I can show you around it properly. Other than that, it's just prep for the weekend. So I will keep you up to date today. If anything else comes up, I will be sure to fill you in. So it's Thursday morning, I'm in the warehouse. Let me show you this before it heads out today. It is a CGA LS6 flail mounture for a 14-ton excavator. Bracket is done. We've done the bracket in the same paint code as the grey on the flail. I thought it looked a bit nicer than it all matched. And it is a chunk of a unit. It is 540 kilograms. Needs 90 litres of oil. And it is fitted with the big swinging hammers. First one of these we've done from this manufacturer, because the customer already has one and requested the exact same, so cool to see it. A real nice unit, quite a nice finish on it. I have no doubt it's an impressive unit when it's working. I am aware of, or I was aware of their products. I'd seen a load of them. There is quite a lot in the UK market already, and as I say, the customer already had this specific unit in this spec on the same machine, so more than happy to arrange getting it in for them. So thank you very much for the business on that one. And other news, got a 300mm Geeth bucket ready to go to a customer with to put a plate on the teeth, because truth be told I ordered it with teeth, which it was meant to not have teeth. So get that done, get that repainted, that's ready for collection. So these buckets are ready to go and get modified. I'll tell you about that later when we need them. PC26 is washed and prepped for the weekend. Although I say that, we appear to have a bit of a hydraulic leak. That'll get fixed. There it's. Hopefully you can see that. Anyway, we'll tighten that hose up and that'll be ready to go at the weekend. 55 needs to get out and washed and prepped today. Repair end. This 65,000 max drive is going back, or the gear sub is going back to Auger Torque. We're getting a replacement up. And this is the 15,000 max with the noisy motor from Saturday past. We've got a replacement motor. We'll strip the hood off of this one. We'll strip the motor, try the motor, we'll run the motor on its own just to be 100% certain it is that. If it is that, we'll get it changed out, get the hood back on, retested. And that may well be good to go today, if not tomorrow, probably tomorrow now. So yeah, plenty happening. Hopefully get these couple of repair jobs finished this week, and then obviously get out tomorrow. Stuart and Laura are going to go and set up the show tomorrow, and it'll be showtime on Saturday. Hopefully in that clip, the noise the motor was making run on the PC55. So the new motor in, the hood back on, that'll be good to go.
So it's 8 o'clock on Friday the 18th of July and we are currently in Biggar Show field in Biggar. Stuart and I were down this morning and we've set up our stand. So we put the two machines, we've got the 1500 Earth Drill and Auger, stump planer and also the log splitter. We put the gazebo up and then the sort of cafe barriers. Tonight William and I have came and we've put up the planter, hell knows what we're calling it. It should have been for a sign at the gate at the yard, but we've used it as a planter for the show. So tonight it's lovely, the weather's dry. If it's like this tomorrow for show day, it'll be absolutely perfect. I don't think the weather forecast is to be as good, but we live in hope. Yeah, we're looking forward. We'll take a wee drive round, yes. So fingers crossed. We're in a nice spot. My friend's house is just there. So Biggar Show is a local agricultural show in Biggar, South Lanarkshire. It's usually every July, the second last Saturday in July every year. So normally it consists of, if you can see, there's show jumping arena, there's cattle, there's sheep, and people come and show their cattle for a prize. There's trade stands the whole way along here, a lot of machinery all the way right along there. There's stuff for kids, which is next door to us. There's a big huge craft tent, you can come buy crafts. There is the local Young Farmers Club is there also, and other local sort of businesses. So across the road there's Nobles that sell pickups and cars. Then right along there we've got every sort of machinery dealer within Lanarkshire. So you've got Gordon's, Montgomery's, Rossi Lanark and Bryson Tractors as well, all along this row.
And a beer tent.
And a beer tent. Oh, and Highland Dancing, that's just up there too.
Well, I think we're pretty much done. Good job, you two. That looks really good.
Yeah, no, I'm pleased, and I think Stuart managed to put up with me for a few hours because you know what that's like.
Good job done. Back in the morning.
Yes, back in the morning.
Nice. See you then. We have a couple of finance deals available on the Komatsu machines this weekend. Let me quickly run you through the numbers. PC26 MR-5, as you see it there, dozer blade, rubber tracks, single auxiliary circuit from £720 a month. We'll put the full figures on the screen here. PC55, again as you see it here, single auxiliary circuit, rubber tracks, dozer blade, in this spec, £1,160 a month. These are examples, but should give you an idea. Again, we'll put the full prices here. And the Kinshofer NOX Tiltrotator. It's a TR7 with the gripper, full control system, 3 buckets, £450 a month. If we're putting it on finance, we can do finance on any of the machines, all of the machines, or any of the attachments. So give us a shout if we can help, get you some numbers, get you some more details. 01555 476 806 or attachmentco.co.uk or komatsuutility.co.uk. Right, Saturday morning, 8:15, we are pretty much ready to go, I think, Laura, are we? Pretty much ready to go. Get both machines, get them cleaned up, get the gazebo organised, get the flowers in for last night, and hopefully, sun's trying to come out, hopefully it stays dry. We'll take dry to 3 o'clock, hopefully it's a good turnout. We'll try and catch up with you a bit more this afternoon. We'll maybe try and take a tour around about, will we? Yeah. See what we can see, what we can see, and right, so we'll have a good day. 6:30 Saturday evening. We're not even close to being dried out, but we're back. 2 machines are back. I think the camera ran out, so you've probably never seen them coming in, but the 2 machines are back. Everything's back actually. Gazebo's up, drying out, flags are soaked, everything's soaked, we're soaked. We're going home. We'll round up tomorrow, but that's pretty much Biggar Show done. Sunday afternoon, we've a bit dried out from yesterday. That was wild pack down. Anyway, we'll get back. Everything looked out. Meant to go back down today and try and just see if stuff dried out, but we'll get it in the morning. Thoughts on Biggar Show with a steady flow of people all day. Because it is really local to us, it was pretty much a lot of people we already knew, but that's also half the point, is trying to keep up those relationships and just make sure we are front of mind whenever they're maybe looking for a machine or they're looking for an attachment. Had some very good conversations around the NOX Tiltrotator and a few around machines and some other bits and pieces. So all in all, I think worth the effort. Could do without getting soaked as hard as that again, but worth the effort. So made it to the end of another week and another video. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you Stuart and Laura for the work they put in on Thursday, Friday, in fact all of this week, getting ready for the show. And the fact we'd done a show and I didn't have to go and set up at all was testament to the team we're building here. So thank you very much, and thank you very much to you if you've watched all the way to the end of this week's video. It is thoroughly appreciated. There is some more plans in action to get some more USA based content in these videos on a fortnightly basis, but we're working on it. So let us know in the comments what you thought of this one. When you're down there, if you hit like, hit subscribe, all that stuff, you'll be doing us a massive favour as well, and we will catch you in the next video. Thank you again.